All right, example number 2. How do I graph real-world systems of inequalities? So Emily wants to buy turquoise stones for her trip to New Mexico to give to at least 4 of her friends. The gift shop sells small stones for $4 and large stones for $6. So first of all, let's go ahead and assign our variables. We'll have x is equal to small, and let's let y be equal to large. So in our first scenario we have here, we've got 42, we want to buy enough gifts for at least 4 of our friends. So we're going to have x plus y. So we're going to have small stones and we have large stones, and that has to be greater than or equal to 4 because it's at least 4 of her friends. And then the shop's Emily has no more than $30. Well, we know that the small stones are $4, and then we know our large stones are $6, and we have no more than $30 to spend. Well, we can spend the whole $30, and we can spend less than $30. We cannot spend over that. So then this is what we'll have then for our equation. So I've got our x and y. We'll just do this with our with the intercepts. So I'm going to have 0, and then I'll have 4. I'll plug in 0 for the y, and I'll have 4. Now let's test then. So let's plot. So this is going to be our small stones, and this is our large stones. And then we have 4, 0, so walk to the 4, go up 0, and then we're going to walk 0 and up 4, and it's because it's greater than or equal to, it's going to be a solid line. And then now let's test the point. So I'm going to plug in the 0, 0, so we're plugging in this point right here. Is 0 greater than or equal to 4? Well, because it's not, no, we know that we have to then shade in the opposite direction. So we're going to be shading going this direction right here. All right, and then let's do our other equation where you've got x and we've got our y. And now we're going to plug these in. So when x is 0, y will be 5. And then when y is 0, x is going to be 7.5. So we'll plot those. We have 0, 5. And then we have 7.50. So 4, 5, 6, 7.5. And again, this one's going to be solid. And then we have to test our point. 0 and 0. So is 0 less than or equal to 30? And it's yes, so we're going to shade going in that direction then. And so I'm going to come on down like this, and so anything that is in between here would be solutions. So let's go ahead and let's find 2 solutions. One solution we could have is we could have 0 and 5. So I could just buy 0 small shirts and spend it all on the large, which would be 5 large. And then another solution could be, let's see here, so walking over 4, going up 1. And so notice it's any of these that would be in the shaded area. So there's many solutions, but these are just a couple. So we could have 4 small and 1 large. All right, so our last one, it says a seafood restaurant owner orders perch and salmon. Perch is $4 per pound and salmon is $3 per pound. He wants to buy at least 50 pounds of fish, but cannot spend more than $240. So we've got the two types of fish. We've got the perch. X is going to be equal to the perch, and our Y can be the salmon. All right, so then let's go ahead then. Let's do the at least 50 pounds. So you've got X, so which is a perch, plus our salmon, has to be greater than or equal to then 50 pounds. So he can have 50, but he cannot have less than 50. He could have more than 50. All right, and then our next equation then, we have to assign the money. So if $4 for the perch, and we have $3 for the salmon, and then he can spend no more than $240. So he can spend all $240, which would give us the equal, and he can spend less than, so it's less than or equal to. So let's go ahead and make our X, Y tables. When X is 0, Y is 0, so you'd have 50, and then 50. And now let's go ahead and label, this is going to be on the bottom will be perch, and then this is salmon, and then let's go by 5, so we'll mark it at 10, 10, 20, and we'll do the same thing going over to the side on the x-axis. All right, so I might make more, but so we've got 0, 50, and then we have 50, 0. So it's going to be a solid line. All right, so then we've got 4. Oh, we have to find out which direction to shade. So 0 and 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 50? And the answer to that is no. So the 0, 0 is not going to be shaded, so it's going to be shaded in this direction. All right, and then, all right, so we're going to do our X and our Y, and 0 and 0. So we're plugging in 0 here, and we will get 80. And then when we plug in 0 here, we're going to get 60. And so then we'll graph. There's 50. We're going to have to come up further. There's 60, 70. I think 80 is going to go just off of it. So, and then let's do the same thing here. All right, so let's go 0, 80, and then 60, 0, and then notice, here we go, and then let's plug in the 0, 0. So is 0 less than or equal to 240? And it is. So we're going to shade in that direction. And notice that it's going to be everything then that's in the double shaded area, which is right in here. All right, so then let's go ahead and we're going to list two of our solutions. Two solutions are, so let's say we could have 25 perch, and that would give us then 35 salmon. That could be one answer. So 25 perch and 35 salmon. And then let's say maybe 15 perch and 55 salmon. So somewhere right in here. And so let's say 15 perch and 55 salmon. Of course, there's way more solutions than that, but those are just a couple.